Hey, I'm Lauren Beck. I'm super excited to dive a little deeper and show you some techniques that I use with my Crayola adult coloring products. Now we're going to experiment with a tool that you'll find in one of the larger packs of your markers, and that's called the colorless blender. This essentially is one of the alcohol markers with no color whatsoever, just the alcohol ink inside. We use it to lighten or soften areas that you've laid down on the page. It's a great way to add some special lightening properties or enhance your artwork in a special way. Let's take a look at how this colorless blender works. All right, so we're going to be using artwork from the Witchy Woman coloring book, and I'm going to be coloring this page of gemstones. But I want to make sure I bring out my blotter sheet so that the colors do not bleed through to the next page. So the first thing I want to note is that the colorless blender isn't really an official eraser. It's more like a tool that pushes around the ink and dilutes it in a way that removes the color, and it softens it and creates lighter areas in your artwork. First, I'm going to begin by coloring my gemstone with my base color and then adding any blending techniques I want to add to this. A lot of beginners think that they should color the entire page all in one go, especially larger areas. But what I'd like to encourage you to do is to try to focus on one portion and add all the techniques in there before you move on to the next one. Here I'm having fun with this brush marker and getting into all these little tiny corners with the tip of the brush marker, but I do have the other side of the marker I can use if I need teeny tiny details. Okay, so now that I've added all of my different areas of color, I'm really loving it, but I want to add a bit of shine to these gemstones to make them a little extra special. And so I'm going to take my colorless blender and apply it directly to a small section where I'd like to lighten it. At first, you might not notice anything really happening, but give it a moment. As it dries, you will start to see the effect of the colorless blender lifting and quote unquote erasing certain areas of your space. As it dries, it becomes lighter and lighter, and you'll really start to see that soften effect, and it can be really useful to create highlights after you've originally colored something. So for this second technique, I like to put my colorless blender down in these areas of highlight first. And even though you can't really see the marker, it's kind of like a trust thing. I'm just laying it down where I think that there will be a shine. And then I can come in with my color and lay it down next to the area that I placed my colorless blender in. You might not notice it at first, but what's happening is that because we've saturated the paper, now the ink is blending into that area. I can even come back in with my colorless blender, add these areas that I forgot. So you can see that this is a little bit more of a vibrant approach to adding the colorless blender first versus lifting with the colorless blender, but both are really fun to do and experiment and see what you like best. The colorless blender is a special tool that comes with your larger packs of alcohol markers, and it's so cool to try blending techniques with and really get your experimentation on with them. So have fun playing around with it as an additional tool. Happy creating!